It's a good morning.
What connects us across communities? A deep belief that people want to help each other. An understanding that education, financial stability, and health are the cornerstones of a good life. At United Way, we work to improve those foundations together so we can build a stronger community where everyone can thrive.
My name's Adrienne Mail, and I'm the President and CEO for Susquehanna Valley United Way. I have the opportunity to work with amazing people and amazing community organizations and really get to, kind of learn about what's great in our community and where there are some gaps and what we can do as a community to work together to fix them and meet them.
United Way brings together people and organizations to address the issues of health, education, and financial stability right here at home. By funding programs, motivating volunteers, and mobilizing the necessary resources, we are uniting our community to make a difference.
I'm Stephanie Reitmeyer, Senior Director of Education at the Susquehanna Valley United Way. The United Way in our education efforts is making a difference through our Parents as Teachers program and our other home visiting programs by empowering parents to be the best they can be, to giving them support, to be their best first teacher for their child.
But a lot of people will put the little motor mount, those little white U-shaped things are a motor mount. Use whatever materials you want.
My name's Stacy Piazzu. I'm the Senior Director of Community Impact at the United Way. When we're referring to community impact at the United Way, right away we think of our 58 funded community partners who have a wide array of different services they're providing to the community. And then we look at the different partners we have on issues that impact the community and the ways that we're trying to identify need and close those gaps.
So you can try it out, see how your boat works.
We also have this exciting regional makerspace collaboration. When we're thinking of makerspace, we're looking at the STEM field. So that's science, technology, engineering. Also the math piece that leads to different potential future employment, which is important for our teens. And it also is a way to have youth engagement, especially youth that are very much in need of that type of programming and don't have access currently.
Oh, I think it's gonna work.
We help people invest in local solutions through charitable giving and volunteerism to make life better for our neighbors. By pledging your support, you can make a difference. And the money you give stays here so you can see the results in our own backyard.
Community members can make a difference, and we really need you. Everybody is in such desperate need of volunteers. One major impact of the COVID-19 pandemic is a loss of volunteers.
The Susquehanna Valley United Way is stepping up. Together, we can build a stronger community and a better future for our children. Together, we can live united.
It's me again.
Together we can learn to be kind to one another.
Together, we can enrich the lives of our children.
Together, we can build stronger relationships.
Together we can empower parents to be their child's best first teacher.
Together we can save lives.
Together we can build stronger communities.
Welcome everyone, welcome back. It's our 12 p.m. live stream. We had a very exciting morning and lots of amazing accomplishments. We met our $500 matching gift with Wise Markets, and then Service First popped on and surprised us all by doubling their match. And yes, that match is going on right now. We need to raise, we need to meet the goal of $5,632 in order to get that matching gift. So we would love to see your contributions coming in to help us make that goal. We're shooting to raise about $8,000 today for our Day of Giving. And I did want to share some information about what the Day of Giving means to us and our community. At Susquehanna Valley United Way, we make sure that every dollar is accounted for and used responsibly. When you give to the United Way, you're making an impact right here at home. And our Day of Giving provides so many people with the opportunity to give back, to help fund incredibly impactful programs, and to provide resources to our hardworking funded partners. We proudly work with 57 local nonprofits in the areas of health, education, and financial stability. And they devote their time, talents, and passion to supporting the people of this region. And speaking of region, we recently went through a major merger. We joined forces and we are now Susquehanna Valley United Way, and we serve Columbia, Montour, Northumberland, Snyder, and Union counties. And we're very excited that this is our first day of giving as a united region. We do want you to know and see the impact of your donation this morning. So you're going to hear from some of our program coordinators and their work in the areas of financial stability and emergency services. But first, I did want to bring on our special guest, Colleen from Service First, who made a guest appearance, a surprise appearance in our first live stream to give us the great news about the matching gift. So welcome back, Colleen. We're still blown away. We can't believe the generosity of Service First. Could you tell us a little bit about why Service First wants to support the United Way and our Day of Giving?
Sure. Thank you, Danielle. It's so great to be here. We are so excited to be part of Day of Giving. We've been a longtime supporter of the United Way. As a credit union, our goal is really to promote the well-being of our members and that social purpose of people helping people. And the United Way really, when we look at our core values and we look at the initiatives of the United Way, it is really a perfect match. It's about meeting the needs of the people in our community. For me, when I thought about, okay, where do I want to support community? I think about what's most important for me, and it's health, education, and particularly financial stability, which is why we wanted to do the matching gift during this hour. Service First is actually a not-for-profit cooperative financial institution. And because we're a cooperative, we work with a lot of other credit unions. We work together to make the community stronger. And the United Way does the same thing. It's not just the programs that the United Way has, but it's working with all of those other funded programs and working with so many great organizations. So, you're not just giving the money to one place, you're really making sure that it's used exactly where it needs to be used in the community. So we are so happy to be here and be part of this day. We do a lot as far as financial stability at Service First. We have over 25 certified financial counselors, including myself. We work within the community to help people with financial checkups, to learn about their credit, to help them with budgeting and, learning how to take care of their finances and meet those financial needs. And I think there's just no greater than joy than helping someone that maybe didn't think they could ever own a home, and working with them for months to build their credit up and learn to save money so that they can actually buy a house that's their own.
That's so empowering. Yes. Just for folks to know, I dropped into the chat a link to Service First's financial literacy resources. So that link is in the chat. So please be sure to check those out, because that is one of the amazing resources that Service First does provide our community. And I love what you said, Colleen, about giving people the opportunity to experience home ownership, but working with them. That it's very much something that for me is like intimidating when you think about going through that process, but to know that there are advocates for you and people who can give you the resources and the tools you need, it's like that extra helping hand to get you on your journey.
Well, I have to tell you, Danielle, the reason my background's a little bit funny. I've been in banking, but I went into the mortgage industry. And the reason I went into it was because the first time I bought a house, it was such a horrible experience.
Oh, wow.
And I had no idea what was going on. And I ended up needing thousands more than I thought I was going to need. And I thought, this can't be the way it's supposed to be. There has to be a better way. So I switched from being a branch manager to being a mortgage originator to help people with that. And
that's incredible.
Yeah.
And I want to also share, Colleen, you're not only, here as a representative of Service First, but you're also a board member on the Susquehanna Valley United Way. Do you want to share with us about like your passion and why, serving and volunteering and working in this arena is so important to you?
Sure. Well, I'll tell you a little bit about my background that kind of explains my passion. So when I got out of school. I'm from small town Pennsylvania. I graduated from Bloomsburg University. Business administration and finance. I went into banking and then went into mortgage. And then as I was in mortgages, I kind of wanted to experience more of the world. So I moved to Phoenix, Arizona. And I was doing mortgages out there, and it was a crazy time. I don't know if Liz is on, but it was like early 2000s where the mortgage industry was crazy. And, they kept changing the guidelines that we got to the point where we could do what's called no doc loans. So if you had a credit score of 720, I didn't even ask you your income. You were just automatically approved for whatever dollar amount that you wanted.
Wow.
And so it started to get to the point where the whole reason I got into mortgages was to help people. And now I'm putting people in houses that I know they can't afford, but I'm not allowed to decline them because they meet the guidelines. So I was like, okay, I need to figure out what I want to do with my life, because I can't sleep knowing that I'm putting people in homes that, they can't afford. So I was talking to my coworkers, and they're like, well, you love teaching people things. You love teaching about budgeting. You love learning the technology and teaching other people. Why don't you go back for education? And I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. So I went back, I got my master's in education. And the company where I was working let me take a leave of absence to do student teaching. So I worked in a Center City, Phoenix school district. And I had kids that had to hide their guns in the gutter on the way in so that they could get back home. I had kids that their parents had prostituted them out when they were 12 years old.
Oh my goodness.
I saw the financial issues. I saw how education really was the only way for these kids to get out of their situations, and the mental health issues that came along with some of the struggles that these kids went through. And so moved back to Pennsylvania, and I was teaching in Pennsylvania, and I was teaching a class. It was called Topics of Math. So it was like the kids that aren't going to college that just need another math credit to graduate, throw them in a room and we don't really care what you teach them. And I had some algebra standards that I was supposed to teach them. And I'm like, this isn't what these kids need. These kids need to learn those tools in order to be successful in life. They need to know about credit and how to do a budget and investments. And
oh my gosh, yes.
So I actually kind of changed the whole curriculum and started doing that. And then with budget and contract negotiations, I thought I was going to lose my job. So I started looking for a job. And Service First was hiring for a student services coordinator, which was actually working in the schools teaching financial literacy within.
Oh my gosh, that's like what you were doing. Wow.
So I was like, okay, this is it. So I applied, and I walk into the interview, and it's actually someone that I had known 20 years prior in my banking career was the person interviewing me. And I was like, okay, this is just exactly what I want, where it merges everything, that education side and the financial side. And that was about 10 years ago. I've been working with Service First, and I just love our core values, what we do. And I feel like United Way has those same values, has those same primary goals that they're looking at in our community. So for me, it's a perfect fit. We do at Service First, we're really involved in the community. We try and support the community, and they encourage us to volunteer and, do what we're passionate about. So this is kind of what I'm passionate about, is everything that the United Way does.
I really love that your passion made room for you, that it gave you the space to be wholly yourself. And I love what you said, because so much of what you shared is that intersection of how each one of the main impact areas that we're so passionate about, they all intersect, and they all kind of feed into the other. And when we can find programs and resources that hit more than one of the boxes, that's really what we're looking for. And we'll talk about this at one of our later live streams, but that's really where our president and CEO, Adrienne Mail, sees the future of the United Way. And I know the board is right there with her in realizing that vision. And it makes me excited. And as you were sharing about core values, it really does make a difference when your company's core values align with your core values, and you feel valued and you feel appreciated, and they encourage the giving back. I mean, it's just a beautiful just way to live your life. And one of the things that, our Day of Giving we hope to do is to share how beautiful this region is and how beautiful and all the amazing projects and people who are in this region. And we want to make even more of an impact. So, and again, like, we can't thank you enough for the doubling of the impact that you're creating through Service First and through our Day of Giving. Like, words cannot express. We are so grateful, and we just want to thank you for your time. Was there anything else that you wanted to share before?
No, I'm just so thankful to be here. And, you mentioned Adrienne. She's actually the person that got me involved in the United Way many years ago. We met.
Like that. She finds people, she goes, they're good. And she goes, hello. That's exactly what she did to me. And
we met at a networking event, and she was like, hey, can you, talk to people about budgeting? And so I started doing that. And then she's like, hey, can you come do this? And pretty soon I'm on the board. But she's incredible. And, I have a lot of faith in what she does. And it's so great to be part of the United Way and to see us grow and do so many great things. Now that we're 5-county, we can do even more.
Yeah, well, that leads me right in. Can you finish this sentence for me? Together we can
make a difference in our community.
That's exactly right. And that's what we hope to do today. And we hope to do with your matching gift. We're hoping to hit that $5,632 mark. And when we do, we get that full $2,000 matching gift, which is just going to blow us away. And I want to thank you again for your time, for joining us, for surprising us in our 8 a.m. live stream. That was so fun. Thank you for popping in and sharing the good news. And I think we'll see you at the finale on Friday morning. So we'll get to hopefully celebrate together once again. So thank you again for sharing your story, for continuing to bring your passion to the work that you do and to your work with our United Way. We really cannot do it without volunteers like you. And we just thank you so much for your time, Colleen.
Thank you. And thank you, everyone who's donating today to make all of this possible.
Absolutely. Thank you, Colleen.
Bye.
Well, that was super fun. Colleen is just a joy. She joined us last year, and I always have such a fun time whenever we get the chance to connect at our events and within the community. We are really excited to share where we are right now as we get ready to do our Day of Giving. Continue on. Let me get my notes here. Yeah, so our next piece on today's agenda is going to be talking about our VITA program. You may or may not know, but the United Way has a voluntary income tax assistance program, which provides free federal, state, and local tax assistance to residents in our community. We do this every year between February and April. We work with community volunteers and the Bloomsburg University accounting students to offer free basic TAP help and preparation. I am so excited to be bringing our new coordinator in along with her partner, Amanda. So I'm going to be bringing in Amanda and Chrissy now to talk about our, hi guys.
Hi.
Our VITA program. Well, welcome to the show.
Woo. Thank you for having us.
Well, why don't you both introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about yourselves and what brings you to our Day of Giving today?
All right, I'll start.
Yeah.
My name is Chrissy Patterson. I am in normal life an accountant. I work for Guy Singer. And I'm going to get distracted by that.
Sorry.
But I just started running the VITA program last year.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
It was incredible.
We did it. And I will be running it again this year. We're really excited.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have some cool new stuff we're doing that I hope will really make a difference. And I think that I've lost my thought.
That's all right. I'll say who I am. Hi, I'm Chrissy's partner. My name is Amanda Shell. In my real life, I do administrative and finance work. And so when Chrissy took on being the coordinator for the VITA site this past year, I decided it would be a good match for me to provide administrative assistance. So I was happy to lend my support for the program and in support of the mission of doing income taxes for folks.
Well, I was very fortunate that we got the chance to have you guys do our taxes for my family. And we were very grateful. I remember I was like, do you need any of these?
Yes.
I pulled out a swath of receipts.
Yeah, you were very organized. Yes.
I come from an artist background and I had to keep every single receipt. And I don't need that as much now, but I can't let go of it. So you guys were like, yeah, we don't really need those. We're okay.
Side, yeah.
I'm sure I've been so good. I kept every single one.
We tell everybody, bring it all in. It's better to have too much than not enough.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Could you actually walk us through like what is the process of coming in to do your taxes with the VITA program?
Yeah, so basically, you would call or online. Actually, we have both, which is great. Schedule an appointment. We have an option to either do a drop-off where you just bring in your information, fill out some paperwork quickly. It's usually a 15-minute appointment. And then we scan your tax information, tax documents, and we would prepare them within a couple of weeks and have you come back for a pickup appointment, we call it, and go over your taxes. The other option that we have usually is an in-person appointment. So you would come in, fill out the same paperwork you would fill out with the drop off, and then we would prepare your taxes right there. That one is usually an hour long. But some people prefer one or the other. Some people want to ask a bunch of questions, so they like the in-person. Other people are like, just do it. Get it over with. So
I can kind of relate to both of those.
Yes.
So I think too, the drop-off appointments and then doing it remotely was really kind of birthed out of the need, what happened with the COVID impact. Yeah. And, I just love that the program was able to shift and to help so many of our community members, even during the middle of a pandemic. Do you want to talk about what that experience was like?
Yeah, for the pandemic, I mean, I wasn't running the program during the middle of that, but I know we had to go completely remote.
You were a preparer.
I was a preparer at that point. Yeah, so it was interesting. I'm sure for Sierra at the time that was running it to have to get all of this into kind of a shared file and get it out to all these remote preparers and not really do much in person with people. So that has been interesting, but some people really enjoyed it. And that's why we've kind of kept both. It fits for people's schedules. They don't want to necessarily always come in for an hour long appointment or anything.
I think it was cool the volunteers also, many of whom are Bloomsburg University students, accounting or business majors. They supported that pivot and being able to access things online and do remote work. Yeah. They were ready to go and do that.
They still are.
Yeah.
So what can we expect for the year to come with the VITA program?
Upcoming, we have we're changing locations. We're going to be at the Bloomsburg Library this year.
Thank you, Public Library.
Yay! Who is also another funded partner. Again, all this cross section.
Oh, look at that! That's amazing. Yeah,
it's amazing.
So we're going to be there this year. We're still going to have the online scheduling as well as the phone scheduling. Call in. Yep. And then we will also do the same thing. We'll have drop-offs. Appointments if you prefer that, and then we'll also have in-person appointments if someone would prefer to come in and just get their taxes done right there and get it over with.
My partner is on. He just joined the chat. I see you, Karen. He's thank you for doing our taxes. We were very so thanks, honey. He's at work, and I was like, you can join at lunchtime. So
there you go. Yeah.
I didn't think he was going to do the chat though, but I'm glad he did. So I wanted to ask you guys, kind of shift gears a little bit. I think one of the very cool things about getting to know you both was learning about what you're passionate about and also learning how much you guys are doing in the community. Would you mind sharing with me a little bit about what motivates you to do what you do? Like why volunteer? I mean, this is all out of the kindness of your heart, frankly. You know, why join us and why do it? Why do it through VITA?
That's a good question. I have always felt like you should be part of your community, and you should do something to like engage with them and help them, right? I have always enjoyed taxes, so it's been kind of like a puzzle for my brain to solve. And I know everyone else does not necessarily enjoy taxes.
Very true.
So I thought if I could take this skill that I like and help my community with it, I think that would be a cool mix for me. I can enjoy it, and the community can really can help benefit.
You initially got involved with the VITA program as an undergrad at Penn College.
Yes.
And
wow.
I think it really resonated with you because it fit. It was a way for you to give in a way that you could give,
that I
right?
could, yeah.
And I think that's what motivates both of us is this program in particular aligns with both of our skill set and our passions. You think it's really valuable and important that folks should have access to having their taxes done, that it shouldn't be a big, scary process.
No.
Same with me. I bring some administrative and finance experience. I love this program. I love that it's happening, and that's the support that I can provide.
Yeah, and we'd like it to continue to grow.
Same.
I mean, we want everyone to get their taxes done for free at some point. I mean, individuals, Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It really is such a, I think that speaks to so many people and what it means to volunteer. It doesn't have to be something that you hate or is like, skullduggery, it's not, it doesn't have to be this like, it can be something that you really love. And there's so many pockets for people's skill sets to really meet the need of the community. And I just want to thank you both for doing that, because honestly, admin and administration and finances is very scary and daunting if that isn't your skill set. So I just, want to thank you guys for recognizing that and then also stepping in and to fill an incredible need within our community. What would you say is your biggest achievement from the last year?
Growing the program.
Yeah. We were pretty excited about, we had over 100 more tax returns than the previous year.
Yeah.
And so we were pretty excited about that. And
we were excited about surviving
the tax season. Yeah.
It's difficult with the different kinds of folks that are coming in and navigating the just drop-offs versus in-person preparation, staying organized and on top of it while trying to grow it, especially as new to it. And this was your first year as coordinator. You participated for a bunch of years.
Right.
And this was my first year involved in any capacity. So we were developing a system to, not only get the work done, but to get organized, stay organized, and grow it at the same time. And I feel like we did a pretty good job.
Yeah. I think we did awesome. Yeah. And we learned a lot of lessons in the first year that we're going to take now to this next year. And I think we're going to be even better this year. And we're going to keep growing it.
Can we just call that out though? That is an incredible achievement. Not only, just the learning curve alone would have been a huge enough achievement, but then to be growing the program at the same time. It's really, we're so lucky to have you.
Stop.
So what would you say is unique about your partnership with the United Way?
I think, the United Way provides us with what we need to continue to do this program.
We love the collaborations and the kind of community know-how that the United Way brings. It was delightful working with both Adrian and you. Just the ideas that you guys have, connecting dots and connecting pieces to this big puzzle that's community. That was amazing to see an organization so so thoughtfully connected.
Oh, I love that, you guys. One other question. So how can others contribute? Like, how can they, help you to advance your mission?
Volunteer.
Yeah, we need volunteers. Yeah, I know it seems scary, but it is not. We do simple tax returns. It is not a complicated process. I know taxes can be scary for people, but if anybody is looking to help their community, this is a fantastic way to do it. And it's only really February through April, so it's not like a crazy time, crunch. And you can donate, or you can help with as many hours as you like.
As much as or as little as you're comfortable with, as you've got.
But yeah, we are definitely looking for volunteers. We love our Bloomsburg University students, but we'd love to kind of get outside of that as well and continue to use that, but maybe get some other volunteers as well.
Have some community members.
Yep, absolutely. Another thing is get your taxes done through us.
We'll all be there. Like,
if you're not up for volunteering, we're always free to do your taxes. So
yes, and I feel too, like you said, volunteering is just another amazing way to give back. Our day of giving, we really focus on, bringing in some dollars to really infuse programs like VITA and programs like our revolving car loan, which we'll talk about a little bit later this hour. But volunteering, and again, like you working with the two of you is really fun. So I just want to say, like, that was the funnest tax appointment I've ever had in my life. Taxes could be fun. We laughed. I couldn't, I was like, I'm laughing at my tax appointment. Normally I'm crying, when you're signing, like, oh,
yeah.
But I just want to thank you both for making it a very smooth, comfortable, empowering experience. And I felt very taken care of. So again, as people are looking for other ways to give, volunteering for the VITA tax program, if that suits your skill set, we have the need. So just drop a comment in the comments below, and we'll reach out to you afterwards and get you connected with Chrissy and Amanda. I also I'm going to bring in another really fun photo. This is your beautiful family. I love this.
Yeah.
That's our beach vacation last summer. We found that we were all wearing kind of Asian themed shirts, and we happened to be at a sushi restaurant. So it was
unintentional.
We decided to have a photo taken.
Yeah. You all look very chuffed about that. You look very thrilled that was a coincidence. Well, I just want to thank you again. And then too, I know that you had mentioned that your son might be volunteering too.
So the oldest in that picture, the tallest one for sure. He's going to volunteer this year.
He'll be 16.
He'll be 16. So he wants to help out too. So.
It's just like the next legacy. It's just amazing. I love seeing how, when, as you said, like being involved in your community, it helps that next generation. We're also setting an example, and it provides that mentorship that is so critical to our young people. I mentioned this in our last segment, but one of the most powerful, statistics that I came across in doing some research in our youth mental health piece of things was that children who are connected into community are less likely to have risky behavior. It improves their mental health. So I just love that, getting them involved at a young age, because it really does have a lasting impact in ways that are just so compounding that it's really our detriment not to. Mm-hmm. So I want to thank you both again for coming on and for joining us. And before you go, would you mind finishing the sentence for me? Together we can
do your taxes.
Do taxes.
Yeah! We're very on theme today. Very on theme. Well, thank you both for coming. It was really such a joy. We love having you guys run our VITA program. It's full of fun. It's full of laughter. I never thought I'd say that about taxes, but here we are. And we just thank you for taking time out of your day to share about your journey with us and about the VITA program itself. And as we said before, you come get your taxes done, you can just check our website around the time of February, that's when things open up. And of course, follow us on our Facebook page. All of our announcements go out there, and you can sign up for an appointment, or in person or remote. Depends on how you want the experience to be for you. But it is a joy to meet the two of you. So you do make taxes fun. So thank you both. Did you have anything else you wanted to share before we say toodaloo?
I don't think so. It's great working with the United Way, and we love everybody there. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. It's fantastic.
Thank you. And I will send you into the great Livestream beyond. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a great rest of your day, guys.
You too.
Oh my gosh, they're too fun. I have way too much fun with them. As we carry on, I just wanted to also remind you that Service First is our matching gift sponsor for this segment. They were so generous to double their matching gift. We are trying to hit $5,632 to reach that matching gift and get that $2,000. And again, the funding that we pull in for our Day of Giving does go to programs like the VITA program that you just heard about. And it also goes to our revolving car loan, which we're going to be sharing about in just a moment. So if you haven't already, please consider making a donation today. Our Day of Giving comes just once a year. This is our big time that we ask, and we hope that you would be willing to partner with us in this way. But again, there are so many ways to get involved in the work that we're doing here in the community, through advocating, through volunteering, and of course, through giving. So again, thank you to Colleen at Service First for giving us such an incredible gift. And we hope to be able to hit that milestone today at some point. Fingers crossed. But now I just wanted to shift gears and talk about another piece of the financial stability puzzle. For years, our community has been struggling with public transportation issues. That's part of the work that we do here at the United Way. We listen to what the community needs, and we really try to tackle those problems by bringing together partners, bringing together resources to really answer the needs of the community. Whether it's a commute for work, oftentimes families don't have reliable options for getting around our region. And to help with this critical need, Susquehanna Valley United Way partnered with local organizations to develop a revolving car loan. It's a low interest loan program that offers vehicles at affordable rates to individuals who are in need of transportation that either improve their employment status or help them gain employment status. So I'd love to go ahead and share a little bit of a video about this program. Well, that's our revolving car loan. And as the video said, we now have 30 cars on the road. So if you're interested in learning more about that program and what that entails, you're welcome to call our office, or you can message us on Facebook or visit our website. Please go ahead and let us know if you have questions about that program, and we'll be sure to connect you with the folks that will help you on the road to getting a new car. Again, this is specifically for folks who are looking to improve their employment status or gain to get employment. So that's one of the main qualifiers for the revolving car loan program. Again, we're trying to hit a lot of those impact areas at once. So we're excited to be able to offer that as an option for people in our region. So once again, we're going to thank our sponsor, Service First, and I'm also going to take a moment and share, we're going to see how we're doing in our current fundraising challenge. Woo, let's see here. As you may have already heard, our goal this Day of Giving is to raise $8,000. We really are shooting for the stars here. So, okay. So, as I mentioned before, we needed to hit that $5,632 in order to get that matching gift. And I'm excited to share that we've hit it. Oh my gosh, you guys, we're so close. Look at that thermometer. So we have now raised $6,030 thanks to all of you. We can see Misty's contribution, Andrea, Catherine, Liz, Angela. Thank you all for your contributions so far. Peter, thank you, Peter. I can't express enough how every gift, no matter how small, is impactful, and every gift is going to be used in a way that's responsible and really empowers our community, impacts our residents in the way that you heard from today. Thank you, Melvin. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Teddy. Oh, Teddy, that's adorable. Samantha, thank you all. We could not do this without each and every one of you. Oh, Priscilla. Oh, thank you, Priscilla and Sharon. Oh, yay, Sherry. Oh, you guys. This is just so exciting to see so many new faces and old friends joining us for this Day of Giving. We really could not do it without you. And again, we will be back at 4 p.m. That's going to be our education and mentorship. There's so many fun things in store for that. We're going to be talking about our mobile makerspace and our United We Can program, and also getting to see some STEAM projects in action, as well as a lot of fun tours. So 4 o'clock is jam-packed. So we hope you'll be able to tune in then and check out what we're doing in the areas of education and mentorship. It's really a fun time, and we look forward to seeing you. Thank you so much, and we will talk to you all in a little bit and see you at 4 p.m.